Awesome. So, question, I've kind of always wondered, like in shows such as The Amazing Race, you're an active individual. Now, I'm assuming for the most part, you're constantly on the go. And as a trainer, I would wake up in the morning and be like, it's 6 a.m. I'm going to go do my workout, da 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 da. So, how do you train on a show like that? Do you have time to do anything to kind of, no, you're always like,
You don't want to. The funny
yeah.
thing is like, I have to force myself to sleep 8 hours. Like my internal clock, I'm 6 hours and I'm good to go. And like, if I do sleep 8 hours, it's like, I kind of lay in bed for 2 of those 8, just
Yeah.
laying there, not even sleeping. When we filmed that show, so what happens is they say go, which you see on television, you go from start to finish. And then when you get to the pit stop, they kind of take everything away from you. They put you in a hotel room and they're like, okay, we have 36 hours at this pit stop. So you're actually timed from the moment you check into the pit stop, 36 hours until you start the next leg of the race. That gives time for like the crew to go and do their stuff and all of that. You're locked in a hotel room. You can't leave, and you don't have a telephone. You don't have access to the world. Like, you have absolutely nothing. You're like waiting for them to knock on your door and be like, what do you want for lunch?
Wow.
And the week leading up to filming the show, we were in a New York hotel room, which was funny because I lived in New York at the time. And I'm like looking down over 6th Avenue and I'm like, I think I know that person. But like, you're in this room, you don't have a phone. Kim is a very active individual too. Like, she's a trainer, she's a fitness like guru as well. And we were doing wheelbarrows across the floor, and we would do like sets of jumping jacks on the bed or like high knees on the bed. And like, but then once we started filming the show, it was like, they're like, you have 36 hours. I walked in the door, fell asleep, and like did not wake up until it was like time to get ready to go again, because you're so exhausted. And they mess with you too. When we started filming, they had kind of like finagled the whole situation to where we hadn't slept for 30 hours before when we started the first leg. So like, and then on top of that, you've got to add time zones in, and the actual physicality of whatever you're doing on each leg of the race, you don't want to work out.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds emotionally exhausting. How many different places did you go to?
I think we went to 10 countries. Wow. We got eliminated before the last 2, and you film in 21 days. So your schedule didn't get screwed up for too long.
Holy cow. That's a lot of stamps in the old passport in 21 days. I'm sure of that.
Yeah. Well, and it was cool too, because when they give you they keep your passport leading up to filming. And so they give it to you like an hour before you take off to start filming. And they try to trick you too, because they have a bunch of visas in there, and there were visas in there for places that we didn't even go. So you're like, you've got like